Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in, and let's start off with this tweet here from Black Swan Capitalist. And we are seeing 13 family dynasties secretly pooling their resources over generations, creating a singularity so dense that nothing escapes its gravity. If people knew the true secret about the fractional reserve banking system, they'd riot. The great wealth transfer is already in play, XRP. Now, I want you all to understand that although a lot of individuals in this space will speculate and believe what they want, I want you all to understand that as we really kind of look at things happening around this entire market, one thing is certain. And it's the idea that we are seeing this very, very negative agenda being pushed. I do believe that there is going to be a great wealth transfer. The issue here, though, is at what cost. We have been looking at a few things, and a few scary things are happening right now around CBDCs. I do think that we need to really kind of combat them. I was always kind of thinking about CBDCs as in the sense of like, okay, well, it's beneficial for wholesale, but retail, there's just no pros to it. It's almost all cons. Now, we are going to be addressing this, and let's actually jump over here to this tweet here from Digital Perspectives. This is quoting Sophia Doll 1. We do see CBDCs are coming. European Central Bank has proposed the digital euro have the following features, and here you guys have it. So it looks like it's full on taking away the anonymous factor of it in terms of the last one down here, not have full anonymity as a viable option. But we have up here, users be allowed to spend no more than 50 euros per transaction. Users have a maximum monthly spending limit of 1,000 euros. Users have a limit of 50 transactions per month. Users have a limit of digital euro holdings maximum of 3,000 euros. Be programmable so that the governments or central banks can impose spending restrictions. Can only be spent at government approved merchants. Be programmed to expire within a certain amount of time. The ECB plans to start testing the digital euro in 2023 and roll it out fully in 2026. We have been paying attention to this area for a while. Now, I'm not sure on the viable options here in terms of okay, like what can we do to combat this. A lot of these areas, as they move fast and a lot faster, I should say, towards CBDCs, because we have been seeing a big push around them. In fact, over here from James Melville, we do see central bank digital currencies tied to individual digital ID is not a conspiracy theory. It's a reality. It's being launched, piloted, or in development in many countries around the world. It risks our financial freedoms and is a potential gateway to social credit systems. The thing that I'm really kind of worried about this, or around this, I should say, is full control. Okay, in terms of the monetary system right now, you could argue that we are controlled by money. We are consumers at the end of the day, hence why there's individuals getting rich off of every dollar spent. There's a large, percentage of the general public that has to work paycheck to paycheck just to really kind of survive. So again, our population is still kind of controlled by the current monetary system. The issue here, though, is not just the idea of control. It's the idea of, everything being fully... It's being fully public. Like the government can see every single transaction. They could track and trace every single transaction. They continue to say, like, you'll still have privacy, you'll still have this, you'll still have that. You can't you just can't trust these individuals. They're going to have full control over this entire financial system. And the problem is the things that they are trying to tie to it, like these features where they can control every aspect of this digital currency. And this is the digital euro. This is a large currency as well that they would have full 100% control over. It is a scary thought. And of course, we do see over here from Jane Bond, surprise, the World Economic Forum's newly installed puppet announces the accelerated introduction of the digital slave currency, CBDC. Again, we paid attention to this closely. Just listen closely to it one more time. It's about 2 minutes long, and then we will talk about it.
Today, I'm proud to say that under the UK's presidency, the group of the world's 7 most advanced economies, the G7, is launching a set of public policy principles for retail central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Central bank digital currencies could be a digital version of money, a bit like a digital banknote that could be used alongside physical notes and coins. Unlike most of the digital money people use daily today, it would be issued directly by a central bank, like the Bank of England in the UK. And governments and central banks across the world are working together, looking into what having a digital currency might mean in practice. This includes issues that people care about, such as ensuring users' money would be safe and secure, that it could work with other ways to pay, would be energy efficient and available to everyone. A potential CBDC could offer businesses and consumers new ways to pay in the future. It's all part of the wider story of digital innovation that has delivered benefits to millions around the world and in the UK. The decision on whether to launch a central bank digital currency is for each country to make, and no G7 jurisdiction has yet made that choice. These decisions raise important questions about the reshaping of our economy, financial systems, and the way in which people interact with money and payments. That's why working together and careful evaluation with our international partners is essential. In the UK, earlier this year, I announced a new joint task force between the Treasury and the Bank of England to look into a potential CBDC as a complement to cash and bank deposits. We're also hearing from firms, technology experts and others. Under the leadership of the UK, this report today will help support and inform exploration of CBDCs in the G7 and beyond. With these principles, the G7 is leading an important step change in the global policy conversation. The report covers a range of important matters, such as financial stability, cyber resilience, energy efficiency, privacy, inclusion, and tackling illicit finance. These factors should all be considered when designing.
And of course, listen, they are all ready. We have been following this trend for a while. In fact, the funny thing about this, and I shouldn't technically say that it's funny, but we have been paying attention to what almost every single major entity out there around the banking sector has been trying to do. The BIS. The BIS has been extremely ready for this. In fact, they just announced a new project that is going to help improve cyber resilience, scalability, and privacy in both retail and wholesale. Exactly what you just heard. And the problem is that we really have to look at the underlying issues around this, because again, like, if this is going to be a full global push for just CBDCs within retail and wholesale, and they always say that it's not going to replace fiat. It's not going to replace fiat. The problem here is that, like, you don't know what's going to happen with this. You know, it could easily control every single aspect of life. They could easily control everything that you do. You could have a social credit score tied to it. They could control everything that you do. Everything. And we do see over here from the Digital Pound Foundation using DeFi protocols to automate FX markets and settlement. Again, this was Project Mariana, explores automated market makers for cross-border exchange of hypothetical Swiss franc, euro, and Singapore dollar. These tests that they are running, like, this is with wholesale CBDCs, but this is a part of DeFi and the FX markets, and utilizing, of course, crypto for cross-border exchange. I do believe that Ripple and XRP are also going to play a vital role within this entire system. The problem here is that at what cost does it come with, right? Because everybody wants to be extremely wealthy. They want to be a part of this entire thing. And yes, we can get rich off of this, but, like, at what cost? Because, you know, if they're going to push for the CBDC, they are going to control every aspect of that. This is also why I've always said that I support commercial stablecoins. I think that that's a great area to focus on. I don't think that we need CBDCs. We do see over here as well, though, make absolutely no mistake, individual carbon footprint trackers will be programmed to central bank digital currencies. Listen closely, this is 25 seconds long.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's, where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
And of course, they're going to work fast on this. All of this is one big, massive plan. And I really think that has shined the brightest with the FTX situation. We have over here from James Melville yet again, the FTX collapse is rather convenient for those who seek to regulate and control crypto and ultimately roll out central bank digital currencies as a solution under the guise of it's for your financial safety and security. Again, you could see what the elites are trying to do. They're trying to collapse this market to push for these CBDCs. We said this just the other day. This is a big concern. This is actually a very scary concern. For anybody out there that is a part of crypto, this should worry you greatly. We do see over here as well from Shore Progress. I'm calling it now. The FTX implosion was supposed to be a coordinated, controlled demolition of retail crypto, followed by CBDC rollout / regulatory crackdown by Biden admin, SEC, World Economic Forum, et al. But it went off before they could get all, before they all could get out of the way. We do see over here. Bedazzled by money, Democratic ties to Sam Bankman-Fried under scrutiny after FTX collapse. Then over here as well, World Economic Forum, which, by the way, this entire page from the World Economic Forum has been removed. We do see over here as well, cryptocurrency CEO donated second largest amount to Joe Biden's campaign. And even more down here, we do see the connections, which we've been looking at for a while. I don't want to spend too much time on this just because we've already really kind of broken this down quite a bit just the other day. But it is very concerning. I really do think that this is all one big massive show. But also, the other concerning thing here is around the World Economic Forum, in fact. We do see over here, this is from Bernie's tweets, we do see G20, 40 world leaders meet in Bali to discuss stuff with their bosses, Klaus Schwab, as well as Bill Gates. It isn't a conspiracy, it's an agenda. And this just got posted yesterday at 2:32 a.m. Something big is on its way. And I would argue that it is most likely behind this new world order of this new financial system. And it could be very concerning. It could be a full-on control system where it does include a social credit score. This is very concerning. And by the way, from James Melville yet again, I'm going to mute this just because I don't want it to play and I don't want to get hit with any sort of, muting or anything like that because I want to talk to you guys about this. But here's implantable technology in your arm. It's a chip. It is a chip that has a vaccination status around COVID-19. This is, to me, this is very, very concerning. This is something that I've been following for a while, and it's not because I'm, a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. But we do see over here from August 16th. This just got posted this year, by the way. Augmented tech can change the way we live, but only with the right support and vision. This is from World Economic Forum, the WEF. And this talks about everything that we have been really kind of focused on. Augmented reality technology has the ability to transform society and individual lives, particularly in healthcare and mobility. As much as visual and hearing aids are a part of our lives today, implant technologies could become the norm in the future. I highly doubt this. Unless somebody, listen, I'm not going to get this. There's no way I'm getting implantable technology. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. The craziest thing about this, in my opinion, is that there's going to be a lot of individuals that are all for this. There's going to be a lot of individuals that most likely, the craziest thing about this is that we'll probably get a CBDC and you won't be able to spend money, you won't be able to do anything unless you do get this implantable technology. They'll most likely make it like a 100% thing that you need to do. It's going to be regulated, it's going to be fully, they're going to tie so much to this. It's going to be a big issue. But it's going to be very similar to like mandatory wise with I remember during the COVID time. In fact, I've had a lot of individuals in my family that are working in the healthcare scene. They had a mandatory vaccine requirement where they had to get vaccinated unless they wanted to get fired. They would have got fired if they didn't get the vaccine. This is how crazy the world has become. But we do see stakeholders in society will need to agree on how to ethically make these amazing technologies a part of our lives as well. And we've been focused on a few things around this. Listen, I do believe that the World Economic Forum, as they stand right now, they have a lot of big plans behind things where they want to connect this to, the internet. They want to have implantable technologies. They even said humans will become hackable. This is how crazy things have been getting, and we do see up here as well, they want to tap straight into the body's operating system, the brain. They want to have companies like Neuralink fully tap into your brain through brain implants. Like, this is how insane things are going to get. And this is what the World Economic Forum is advising us to do around technological advancements. Like, this to me, with everything that we have been seeing around CBDCs, is very concerning. Very, very concerning. I would argue that this is probably one of the most scariest things that I've seen around, CBDCs, as well as just around this current financial system. And it's all centered around the World Economic Forum. And the World Economic Forum has ties to many companies in this space, including Ripple. Including Ripple. We've been focused on Ripple as well within this. I don't even know if they have. I know that they had a few companies listed over here, but it might actually just be through their partnerships. So let's actually go check out their partners. I know that I remember Ripple being on here at some point in time. I think that maybe if we click our partners, we could search and find Ripple. So here we have Ripple. And if you click them, you could see what they are trying to do here. You could see the one article that they wrote about it. This is through, why we need a common standard for moving e-money. Chris Larson on September 3rd, 2020 or 2015. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is again, we don't know what's going to happen behind the scenes with all of this, but I will say Ripple is most likely playing a role within this system as well. It's pretty terrifying, I would argue, what's happening. But do I think that this is going to lead to the great wealth transfer? If it does, I would argue that, what's the repercussions of it? Because if we do get these CBDCs, first off, we need to fight against these CBDCs, especially a retail one. I'm not too sure on a wholesale. Like I've said, I support the wholesale CBDC, but the problem is that if they get the wholesale CBDC approved, they'll most likely push for a retail. We know exactly how that will work. So again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this entire situation. Obviously, we only have so much information that we can go off of. We could kind of speculate a little bit, but let me know what you guys think. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If you guys are on this before, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.